So Leicester City, former Premier League and FA Cup champions, find themselves 14th in the Championship. Bear in mind they won both the FA Cup and Premier League within the last 10 years. What on earth is going on with the Foxes? Can you blame inconsistency? They've had 6 managers in the last 4 seasons. Surely that causes some disruption. Well, all I know is today Leicester City get a new manager, me, as we look to take the Foxes back to glory and win them a UCL trophy. But we're not going to have things our own way in this rebuild, or no. We will only be able to sign free agents in this rebuild for the first time in FC26. So it's a good job we are loading into a decent Leicester City team in FC26. Definitely a team capable of competing for promotion in Season 1. Will we though? That is the real question. Now, the best player at Leicester City is Abdul Fateh, 76 rated, 21-year-old. Really surprised no one from a higher division has actually signed this guy up. He is quality. And they have also loaned out Bilal El Kanous to Stuttgart. I am definitely recalling this man from his loan, and he's already gone up to 77 rated. He is someone we will be building the team around in this rebuild. Now, Leicester do actually have some really promising youngsters, most of which are out on loan. They've also got Jordan James from Stade Rennais. Real shame we can't make his loan permanent. Victor Christiansen, who we've used a few times already in FC26, he's a decent player. And they have also got Louis Page, who is a really promising youngster. Probably won't get any game time in this rebuild, but someone we could sign on a League 2 or League 1 road to glory. Now, we are limited to free agents only in this rebuild, I know. And Leicester actually have a really good budget of 19 million, which I would have loved to have spent. But with this rebuild being free agents only, that means I have really bad news. I know how much you guys love the Youth Academy on this channel, and unfortunately, youth players are banned in this rebuild, but I still want your comments down below. Where do you want me to send my youth scouts in the next video? Because as you know, we always let you guys decide. And just look at some of the players we have to release. We literally had the golden generation at Leicester. So many 94 potential players. This is a massive kick in the teeth. But to soften the blow, we usually don't allow transfers in Season 1. We will be doing for this season. So as things stand, without any signings, this would be the Leicester team to take us into Season 1. We have got a lot of late 20, low 70 rated players in this team, and we don't actually have a proper striker. Ayew is 34-year-old and 72 rated. Carranza looks a good player, but he's only in on loan. We can't make the loan permanent. We're going to go to the free agents list, try to find a centre-back, right-back and striker for Season 1. So let's now analyse the free agents list and see who we can find. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a Mexican revolution at Leicester City. We've identified 3 Mexicans to bring to the club. Germain Berterame, 26-year-old, 77 rated striker. Jesus Orozco Chicoete, 72 rated, 23-year-old left-footed centre-back, which we don't actually have at the club. And Israel Reyes, 25-year-old, 75 rated right-back with quite a few play styles. He looks like a great player. Let's get all these 3 signed up, then we're ready to attack season number 1. And we get men. All 3 Mexicans have signed for Leicester, and we are now definitely ready to attack the Championship in Season 1. Surely we have got the best squad in the league. The starting 11's locked in for the new season, and I think we're going to have the strongest team in the Championship, so we are going to go with a possession-based system just to kick off the rebuild. If we're not getting results straight off the bat, we may look to change this. And we head into the first game of the rebuild, taking on Blackburn Rovers at home. You'd think this would be a guaranteed win. Well, Leicester actually lost this game 2-0 in real life, which is so poor. Can we get on better in FC26? So here we go, first game as Leicester City boss. Can we get off to a winning start? Come on, the Foxes, let's get off to a winning start here. Oh, I'd absolutely love 3 points to kick off this rebuild. We are now 20 minutes into this game, no shots, very cagey. Reyes goes for the 1-2, easily cut out. Lads, we're struggling to create any type of chance here against Blackburn. I can't lie, their defence is really strong. The goalie would be really nice to come out with the header. Big save from the Blackburn keeper. And that would be the first half done. 0-0 the score, and a very, very cagey opener. So a really tense game here. I think 1 goal probably will win the tie. Back into Skip in a good position. Can he get a shot away? Great effort from Skip, saved. And Toff keeps the ball out. No, Cantwell, big save. And that would be full time at the King Power, 0-0. Not a good start to the rebuild at all. So we have arrived at the end of season number 1, and we have managed to finish 2nd in the Championship on goal difference, securing promotion to the Premier League in season 2. It was so tight between us, Southampton, Sheffield United and Coventry. Goal difference sees us and Southampton go up. I have never ever seen a final league table as tight as that. And we can also also be proud of our FA Cup performance. We reached the 5th round and lost on penalties to Premier League in-form side Crystal Palace. Actually been a really solid season on the pitch. And when you look at our starting 11, you can definitely see why we've got promoted. This is a very strong team on paper. I think in Season 2, we need to sign at least a new centre-back, be able to compete in the Premier League, and maybe a left midfielder as well. We definitely need some reinforcements on our bench though, because as we can see, quite a few rotation players have left the club. Begovic, Daka, Pereira and Ayew all gone, and we have loaned out quite a few youngsters as well. But in terms of goals this season, Bilal El Khanous was amazing. 14 goals, 10 assists, grew to 80 rated. Really excited to see how he's going to grow at Leicester. So we are now in Season 2, and just look at this, £64 million in the bank. Just imagine some of the players we could sign with this budget. Oh, why did I decide to do this free agent only? And I can guarantee there's going to be no one on the free agents list as well. That is absolute nailed on. As we now begin our search for a centre-back and left midfielder, is there going to be anyone we can actually sign? So in typical FC26 fashion, there was no good left mids and no good centre-backs on the free agents list. Thank you, EA. I love you so much. There is a small positive to take though. Akolai's not really too far off growing, and Orozco Chikwete is not too far off growing either. It's something, I suppose. We have managed to make 3 new signings. We've brought in Raul Rangel on a 3-year deal. He's going to be our starting goalkeeper because he's got better potential than our current goalkeeper. Should be alright, but he's not filling me with confidence. We then signed a really good CDM, to be fair, who has got good potential. Eric Lira, 76 rated, 26 years old, good player, and he's got upwards of 86 potential, so he's going to go straight into the starting 11. And we have also signed Alejandro Sendejas. We're going to change his position to left mid, 28-year-old, 77 rated, really decent player, to be fair. He's going to be taking Mavidi's place in the starting 11. After these 3 signings, lads, there was absolutely nobody on the free agents list worth signing. Premier League survival this season is going to take a miracle. We have managed to make 1 further signing in this transfer window. Backup striker Sabu Sumano, 25-year-old, 72 rated. He's an okay player. He's got upwards of 80 potential. We've just brought him in to replace Ayew and Daka, who are leaving. That is going to be our transfer window done. Just the 4 signings this season. But as you can see, we have got an absolutely massive squad. We are going to spend the next portion of the summer selling some of these players. So we have had an insanely busy transfer window. We've got rid of a lot of the deadwood of the squad. 4 players have gone out on loan. We've sold some players for minimal fees. Even more players have gone out on loan, actually. Players like Chowdhury and Dekadov-Arid have been sold. Vestergaard been sold. We absolutely needed to trim the squad down this season, though the squad was far too big. This is going to be the Leicester team to take us into Season 2 and our first in the Premier League, and I can't lie, I'm a bit worried, boys. That defence doesn't look good enough to me. Hopefully Akolai and Chikwete can grow. We need Rangel to grow as well. We're locking the starting 11 in for season number 2. And we have got a real baptism of fire in our first game in the Premier League, away at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. And the game is on the way here at Stamford Bridge. This would be a massive statement if we could get 3 points in our first game in the Premier League. I don't know what's going on with these games today, lads, but there's just no highlights to bring you. It's such a boring game. Sumare with the shot is just going to bounce wide. First shot of the game, 30 minutes in. Highlights are so hard to come by in FC26. Tewu. Bit of a shooting chance for Tewu. Good save by Ramiro. First shot on target, 40 minutes in though. And that would be half time. Another game with minimal highlights. Right, I want more in this second half. We've not had a clear-cut chance in both games we've played in this rebuild so far. Bertrame out wide to El Khanous. This is a good play. Bertrame, oh, the pass just doesn't get through. We're into the final 10 minutes. Shot from Caicedo. Can we make an actual chance? Come on, 1 chance is all I want. Come on. 89 on the clock. Can we finally make something? No, we can't. Oh my god, 2 games played in this rebuild, 2 0-0 draws. Oh my god. I mean, I'll take it. It's a point away at Stamford Bridge. Just makes for really boring content for you guys. So let's simulate forward straight through to the end of the season. Hopefully things are more entertaining in the simulation. So we have arrived at the end of Season 2, and the big question is, are we still a Premier League side? Well, we've finished 14th in the Premier League, securing Premier League survival for Season 3. And we are now pleading to the free agents list. Please give me some good players. I don't want to be looking over our shoulder again next season. Our performance in the FA Cup though, really poor. Knocked out in the 3rd round by relegated Ipswich, who beat us 4-1. We fared better in the Carabao Cup though, reaching the semi-finals and ultimately losing to Man United, who went on to lose to Liverpool in the final. Decent performance performance this season, we're just screaming out for some new players. And that is really backed up by the state of our starting 11. We've actually got some really good players in this team. 4 players are now over 80 rated, and El Kanous is looking like a fantastic player. We definitely need centre-backs in the upcoming season. Soumare looks like he's hit his max potential. We could do with a CDM, but we are literally at the feet of the EA gods. And I can't lie, more often than not, the free agents list is terrible. And I think it's clear to see that Germain Berterame absolutely carried us this season. His form was incredible. After that, not really many goals scored by the rest of the squad. This upcoming transfer window in season 3 is absolutely massive. And of course, in season 3, we've got 105 million. Why am I getting such good budgets when I can only sign free agents? It's like the game knows I can only sign free agents. Desperately need centre-backs going into this transfer window. And if there's any players on the free agents list who improve our starting 11, I will sign them. So we've managed to make 3 new signings, but I can't lie, the free agents list was so barren of choice. But anyway, on to the signings. The first player signed was Mateo Vite, a 25-year-old 75 rated centre-back who's got upwards of 83 potential. He's left-footed. We're going to throw him straight into the starting 11. Hopefully he can actually reach that 83 potential. We then signed a regen. Now, I'm not a big fan of signing regens. Everyone knows that. But when the choice is so limited on the free agents list, you kind of have to. Daniel Rivera, 19-year-old 80 rated regen, looks an absolute player. Can play on both full-back positions as well. Bit of a shame that he's a regen, but he is a fantastic player who's going straight into our starting 11. And then we did actually manage to find a quality winger, but the only thing is, he's 31. Alejandro Berengua, 31-year-old 82 rated winger who looks amazing, by the way. Can play on both wings and in the attacking midfield position. He is a really strong player, and I think these 3 signings are good, will keep us away from the relegation zone. And I know Berengua is 31-year-old. I've actually got a bit of a contingency plan. Remember when I said Louis Page was not going to get much game time in this rebuild? Well, he's grown to 71 rated. He's an exciting prospect at 18 years old, and we can literally change his position to a left midfielder. Over the course of the season, we are going to integrate him into that left midfield position. He's going to get a lot of minutes, and I'm hoping by the start of season 4, he will be our starting left midfielder for Leicester City. And as you can see, we have got a whole host of players listed for transfer. None of these players are good enough to play for us, so we're going to be shipping them out just to keep squad morale high. We've had a really busy transfer window in terms of outgoings as well. As we can see, first team players like Stefan Mavidi, Wayo Koulibaly, Harry Suter have been sold. Now, we're not expecting any more transfers because the free agents list is just crap, and that means this will be the Leicester City team to take us into season 3. It is looking a lot stronger on paper. Our bench is also looking a lot stronger as well. I'm hoping to be nowhere near the relegation zone this season. I'm hoping to see more growth from players like Patewu, Riviera, Lira, El Kanous, Berterame. We need our star players to carry us this season. We're locking the starting 11 in for season number 3. Now, our first game of the season is Brentford at home. We've played 2 games in this rebuild. We've not even created a single clear-cut chance. Will that change against Brentford? I'm not holding my breath. So it's Leicester v Brentford, 3rd game I've played of the rebuild. If we don't score, I'm ending the video. Patewu down the line, cuts in. Oh, it's easily tackled by Branthwaite. Get across to him. Chance for Brentford. Oh, how is it not 1-0? So it's the first clear-cut chance of the actual video. 3 seasons in. Falls to Brentford, not even us. There's the pass, come on. It's got to be a goal across. Berterame. Oh my god. We're never going to score. Nice. That's good passing. El Kanous. Berterame's in. It's our first chance of the rebuild. Please don't miss. He scores. We've actually scored a goal. And of course, it's our star man, Berterame, who scores it. Let's not concede straight after, please. Thank you. Good goalkeeping. And that would be half time. 1-0 to the Foxes after a really encouraging display. So really happy to have actually scored. I'd like to get a second and wrap the game up, to be fair. It's a great ball. El Kanous is in. We're not going to score 2, are we? El Kanous saved. It's in with the rebound. Berterame gets a double. And it is 2-0 to Leicester. Surely that's now 3 points in the bag. Please not let them score. Please. No! Oh, for God's sake. Brentford straight back into the game. You let your guard down for 1 minute and they score. And that would be full time. A 2-1 win over the Bees. Let's simulate forward straight through to the end of the season and see if we can build from this excellent win. So we've arrived at the end of season 3 and we've finished 8th in the Premier League, which is a fantastic improvement. Really close to securing some kind of European football. I'm really intrigued to see the growth of the squad this season because that is a fantastic improvement. But in the FA Cup, we have had our most humiliating humiliating defeat of FC26 so far. We have been beaten in the third round by League 2 side Cheltenham 3-1 at home. That is absolutely dire. And I think it's clear to see why we have done so well in the league this season. El Khanous is now 89 rated. He must be one of the best players in the Premier League. I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that he has carried us this season. And I'm really glad to see Page has grown to 76 rated at 19-year-old. I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to do it right now. He is going to be our starting left midfielder for next season because his potential is fantastic. Where do I want to improve the team next season? Well, I think it's obvious we need to improve this defence and we need a new goalkeeper. Will the free agents list actually give us that though? Probably not. Now this season, Bertarame, despite being injured, still got 19 goals and 3 assists, but El Khanous was our best player. He chipped in with 15 goals and 14 assists and had a really good season. And this is just completely unfair. 103 million in the bank. Yeah, make it up to me and give me a couple of good free agents. So once again, the free agents list has failed to deliver, becoming a bit of a common theme now in this rebuild, but we did find 2 players worth signing. First was a regen goalkeeper, Nandor Mezaros, 17-year-old, 78 rated with upwards of 88 potential. He is a fantastic goalkeeper who is going straight into our starting 11. And we did also bring in Lucas Hernandez, who is a great player, but he is going to start decreasing in overall soon. And honestly, these 2 were the only 2 players worth signing on the free agents list. It was just trash, honestly. So as of right now, this is going to be the Leicester team to take us into season number 4. It is a good team on paper, to be fair. We have got a 90 rated player. Got a decent bench as well. However, players like Zandayas and Winks have handed in transfer requests. So a few players have also left the club. We've loaned Michael Golding, Will Alves and Jesus Orozco Chikwete out. Didn't want any of them to hand in transfer requests, so we have loaned them out. Raul Rangel did hand in a transfer request, so we've sold him and we've sold Jaden Joseph. We are going to lock the starting 11 in for season number 4, and while the free agents list hasn't really helped us out, I'm hoping for a lot of growth from the team. So let's simulate forward straight through to the end of the season and see if we can achieve our goals. So we have arrived at the end of the season and we have finished 7th in the Premier League, which I am actually happy about. Now I think we just miss out on Conference League football by 1 point. We won 20 of our 38 games, which is really impressive. It's just the 15 losses that has held us back this season. Hopefully we can build on this in season 5 and finally get into Europe. In the FA Cup, we would bow out in the 3rd round, losing on penalties to Spurs. To be fair, that is a pretty difficult tie. But our starting 11 is now looking really sharp. Every single player is above 80 rated. But our transfer targets will carry over from season 4. We need fullbacks, centre-backs and CDMs. I don't care if they're slightly lower rated with higher potential. I will take the risk on the players. Our attack is looking really good. The young players are developing really nicely, and Bertarame is a great Premier League striker. Now, at the end of the season, Alejandro Zendayas and Harry Winks are both leaving the club. They would not sign new contracts. And in terms of stats, Bilal El Khanous was absolutely incredible. 18 goals, 9 assists. He is now 92 rated at 25-year-old. Bertarame, Page and Fatebu all had great seasons as well. We were really carried by our front 4 though this season. And we also had a cash injection of 82 million. Why? When I can only sign free agents, leaving us with a budget of 190 million. Honestly, if I could make cash signings, this rebuild would already be over. But we've now arrived in season 5, and I've just shown you I had a 190 million budget. It somehow dropped to 50 million, and there was no unexpected event saying we were going to lose our budget, so that's a bit of a weird one. It's now time to analyse the free agents list. We know what we need. Are we going to get what we need though? Boys, we have made 4 new signings, and unfortunately 3 of them are regens. So let's get the non-regen out of the way. We've signed the new backup striker, Denny's Goal, 24-year-old, 77 rated. He is a decent player. He's going to be our backup for season 5. We then signed a CDM, Conrad Lund, 78 rated, 18-year-old. He is a really decent player, worth 21 million as well. He's got upwards of 90 potential and he's going straight into our starting 11. We then signed Emiliano Martinez, 78 rated, 19-year-old right back who can play centre back and right mid. Really good player, to be fair. He's going to be our starting right back for this season. And we managed to find a wonder kid centre back from the free agents list, Yere Cardenas, 17-year-old, 82 rated, unbelievable player. He'll have amazing potential as well, and he is left-footed. That will round off our transfer window, and that means this is going to be the Leicester City team to take us into season 5. While Lund and Martini are downgrades in overall, they have got much higher potential than Sumar and Israel Reyes, so they will grow definitely this season. We're going to lock the starting 11 in. I'm hopeful to have another season of really good development. I actually think our bench is looking really well rounded and strong now. I just wish the free agents list would give us some actual named players. Oh well, You can only play with the cards you're dealt. Now, we have also had to thin the squad out a little bit in this transfer window. We've sold first team players like Caleb Akolai, Lucas Hernandez. They just weren't going to get any playing time this season. Ben Nelson's gone out on loan. Aluko and Cartwright have been sold. And we've once again sent Jake Evans out on loan. He looks like a really good player. Now, we're keeping it short and sweet for our preparation work for season 5. We're going to simulate forward to the end of the season. This season for me is all about player development. So we've arrived at the end of season 5. How have the Foxes got on this season? Well, we've finished 4th in the Premier League, and you know what that brings: Champions League football. And now it's all about solidating in the Champions League and retaining our top 4 position. Though in the FA Cup for the 2nd consecutive season, Spurs knocked us out, this time in the 4th round. And this season we were in fact in the Conference League, and we went on to win it. We beat Panathinaikos 2-1 in the final, adding a Conference League trophy to our trophy cabinet. I've got to be brutally honest though, boys, if we didn't win this trophy, I would have been seriously disappointed. Now, our team is starting to look very strong on paper. El Kanous is now 93 rated. He could easily get to like 96, 97 rated by the end of this rebuild. The rest of the team's shown really good growth this season. I think going into season number 6, we are going to look to improve our bench a little bit, and I'll once again look for some fullbacks or anyone who can come into the starting 11, but I doubt we're going to find anyone at this stage, just given how poor the free agents list has been anyway. And we've had an excellent season in front of goal. Bertarame was brilliant, getting 29 goals and 6 assists, but El Kanous was our best player. 24 goals, 22 assists, 93 rated. The guy is a joke. Reyes getting 11 goals from right back is absolutely class, by the way. So we are now in season 6, and this is a massive transfer window for the club. We have to get the signings right, but ultimately our fate once again lies with the free agents list that hasn't really served us the best so far. So we have managed to make 2 new signings from the free agents list, but once again it's been pretty rough. We just haven't got the rub of the green with the free agents list so far in this rebuild. The first player we signed was a striker, Matthias Nies, I think that's how you pronounce his name. 18-year-old, 78 rated striker who we are going to send straight out on loan. We've signed him because Bertarame is aging and he may potentially replace him next season. Then we did manage to make an actual signing. Samuel Chukwueze, 31-year-old, 80 rated winger, signed on a 2-year deal. Gives us some squad depth going into the Champions League. And we have loaned out Nis. He has gone out on loan to Lazio. We'll be keeping an eye on his development over the course of the season. So you guessed it, boys, no change to the starting 11 going into the new season. However, we have already seen some growth from some players. The team is looking strong, to be fair. Maybe being a bit unrealistic expecting a free agent signing to be able to break into this team. The bench is looking alright as well. We have promoted Michael Golding to the bench after he's had a few decent loans. We've even got some okay players in the reserves as well. We're locking the starting 11 in for our debut Champions League season, and in turn we'll now be simulating forward to the end of the season. My only hope is the lack of signings doesn't affect our performance on the pitch. So we've arrived at the end of season 6 and we just miss out on winning the Premier League as we finish 2nd, 4 points behind the eventual winners Arsenal. Is that a sign of things to come in real life? That means we have secured Champions League football yet again for season 7, and in the FA Cup we could only reach the 5th round and we lost to Brentford 1-0. That's a poor result, that. But we have actually made the Champions League final and we'll be taking on Barcelona. I'm not gonna lie, this has kind of caught me by surprise a bit. I was expecting quarterfinals at best this season. Was not expecting to get to the final. We did finish 8th in the league phase, meaning we just scraped into the round of 16 without needing a playoff. And in the round of 16 we would beat Leipzig 5-2 over 2 legs. Really good result, to be fair. We then take on PSG and this looked like a real nail biter. We must have won the first leg. We lost the second leg 2-1, but went through 4-3 on aggregate. An absolute nail biter, which would then set up a semi-final with Newcastle, who we beat 3-1 over 2 legs, to take on Barca in the final. I genuinely think, to be fair, we have had a decent run to the final. We've kind of avoided all of the big boys other than PSG on the way there. But I mean, the team we are taking into the Champions League final is really strong. 95 rated El Kanous, 287 rated CDMs, 87 rated striker and winger, 90 rated goalkeeper. This is a really strong team. We've got a really decent bench. Let's just go and have a go against Barca and try and get the win. And in terms of stats this season, we all knew who'd be the best player. Bilal El Kanous, really good season from him. He's grown to 95 rated, and for that reason, our Hall of Famer for the Leicester City rebuild is absolutely going to be Bilal El Kanous. He has been ridiculous, and he dethrones Seni Mayulu as the highest rated player we've used in FC26. And now all that's left to do is take on Barcelona in the Champions League final. This is going to be a difficult game. So before we get the game with Barca on the way, we need to check their team. Can already see they've got Ekitike, Hugo Valo, But Lamine Yamal, I mean, probably the best player in the game, even though we do have a 95 rated player as well to match him. Actually, looking at their team, you know, I think ours is slightly better. I think on overall balance, our team could actually be slightly stronger than theirs. This should be a really interesting final. Apparently, there's a Barcelona player making the debut in the Champions League final, by the way. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, no, that's nice. Good tackle by Lira. That's what we like to see. 15 minutes in, no shots yet. It's a good interception from Barca. Oh, that could be a foul. Oh, good save by Mezaros. First shot of the game to Barca. Lira, Bertarame. Can we have a shot? From distance. Good save by Garcia. 25 minutes in, a shot apiece for both teams. Both straight at the goalkeeper from range. If we score from this now. Oh my God, what a ball by El Khanous. I'm going for the chip. Insane, what was Garcia doing? Oh my God. What on earth was Garcia doing? And I just expected Garcia to go down. Maybe he come... What on earth? I just expected him to go down. It's either that is an unbelievable chip or Garcia's had a shocker. And I'm going to say that is an unbelievable chip. Good tackle. No way does he give a penalty for that. No way. That is never a penalty in a million years. Reyes is booked. Come on, man. Nah, I need to see a replay of this. What? Probably is a penalty. It didn't look like one. Right. Yamal versus Mezaros. Come on, lad. Come on. He's going right. He's going right. Save! Get in there. What a save by Mezaros. Don't let him score. Don't let him score. Good interception. No. No. Yes, he's in the bar. No. Oh my God, man. How unlucky can I get? Make an amazing penalty save. They hit the bar and they get an absolute... Well, to be fair, that's probably 2 fluky goals. Oh my God. It's clearly over the line. You don't need to keep showing me. To be honest with you, Barca have been the better team. I can't really complain. Put back. Nice. Bertarame. Don't. Get in there. 2-1 to Leicester. Bertarame with a goal. And hopefully we don't get another scandalous second goal given to Barca. Don't let him shoot. No, what a save by Mezaros. Come on, man. That's a big chance for Barca. 20 minutes left as well, man. Bertarame's in. In acres. Nope. What a save by Garcia. It doesn't even go out for a corner. Don't touch that. Good. That was the settler. That would have wrapped the game up right there. Yamal, that's actually a nice ball. Good clearance. Get a foot in. Nice, Lira. We're now into added time. Come on, just drive away. Come on. And there's the full-time whistle. We have beaten Barcelona. And now all that is left to do is get our hands on that Champions League trophy. And Leicester City are the champions of Europe. And that is another rebuild successfully boxed off. So thank you for watching the video, boys. If you have enjoyed, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It does really help me out. We are trying to get 10,000 subscribers. And I will see you in the next one where we thankfully don't have to only use free agents.